Alright, everyone, welcome back, and greetings to you all. So, today I decided that we're going to talk about things on a positive note. Because, truth be told, there's a lot of positivity needed these days. I mean, we're hearing so much of, the sky is falling, our politicians are liars, etc., etc., etc. Now, while that certainly can be true, and, the statistics speak for themselves, being a Debbie Downer about it is not the way to go. It is not the way to go at all. You should stay positive no matter what. Part of being a hermetist, or let's not even call it that. Let's not call it a hermetist or a magician or a religious person or a believer. Let's just call it someone who thinks and acts. As part of being a person that thinks and acts, it's always important to maintain a good attitude, especially when things are at its worst, because that's when you need this good attitude more than anything else. This good attitude is what's going to save you. Because without the good attitude, well, you have the opposite. The opposite being a bad attitude. And who wants to be around a grumpy, attitude? I mean, who wants to be around that shit? I mean, I don't know about you, but I certainly don't. But at the same time, I can't be actively trying to evade it. No, because at that point, I'd be focusing on the negativity. You see, this for me is as beneficial for me as it is for you. Because, a lot of my videos, they don't get many views. That is a good little drink I'm having. Very, very refreshing. However, as we're going to keep stating, it's a therapy for me. It's like a therapy for me. It's good for me, and it's good for you. This is the win-win. Because I don't view this as a drain. I don't view this as a waste of my time. I view this as a way to speak positive and to think positive. Because what you think and what you say ultimately leads to what you do. And that will lead to subsequent things. The universe follows cause and effect. Now, the universe is not governed by cause and effect. No, the universe is governed by divine oneness. It is governed by the law of divine oneness, and it is governed by the law of correspondence and the law of vibration. So, with the three main laws, mentalism, correspondence, and vibration, well, it leads to everything else. There's the law of rhythm. The law of rhythm is pretty important. And there is the law of resistance, or the law of least resistance. You see, resistance goes both ways. You can resist something that is coming after you. Think of, if, say, you're a hedonist. And there's nothing wrong with being a hedonist. But if you're a successful hedonist, well, that can attract some envy and some resentment. I'm not sure if you want that, but I certainly don't. Now, I don't actively try to avoid it. Because I know a lot of things are inevitable. One of those inevitable things is the darkness to the light, the shadow to the light. We live in a physical world, and in a physical world, there are structures and barriers. So, if light is shining down on one side of the structure, well, then another side of the structure is going to be casting a shadow. It's going to be dark. That's just how it is. The law of polarity. The law of polarity doesn't govern the universe. No, the law of polarity is simply it's a law that explains what already is there. It's not a governing law. None of these laws are really governing. Ultimately, cause and effect, well, that's not governing, that's simply subsequence. One thing leads to another. The only thing governing the universe is the mind, the divine mind, the collective conscious, the Christ consciousness. That's ultimately what it boils down to, doesn't it? And that'll be it. It's good seeing you all, and we're out.